So we've already told you about the 10 brands that we hate. Let's talk about the 10 brands that we love.
Welcome back to another edition of Bourbon Kingdom. I'm David.
And I'm Zach.
And today we are going to talk about the 10 distillery brands that we love.
Yeah, the bourbon brands that we support. Pretty much the rule of thumb with this was, I told Dave, I said, I'll give you one bad bottle, right? Like one bad, I don't even want to say lineup, but like one, well, I guess lineup would be fine. But you can't have multiples,
right?
Because that took out some brands that I would say I have a ton of,
and who have been on our favorite, like have been killing it lately.
Just go ahead and talk on Heaven Hill.
Yeah,
Heaven Hill's a brand that literally destroyed it. Like they were so dominant in our top.
Yes.
What, 5, 6, 7, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Did so well, but then because he said Heaven Hill, and I was like, well, I do love this, that, but then.
I do hate this, and that.
That's but fair. Heaven Hill, they're a product of their own brand where they have so much. Wild Turkey was another one.
Yeah.
Wild Turkey, there are stuff that we just absolutely love. But then I started naming, I was like, well, I don't love that, though, and I don't love that. So.
All right. Well, let's dive in.
Go ahead and leave in the comments below, though, really quick on what we got right, what we got wrong, and what brands you all love and support.
Turn on likes.
Notifications.
All that good stuff. All right. Let's just put the big boy out there. And I don't know if this would come to a surprise to anyone that we have Old Forester on the list.
This guy?
But generally speaking, their lineup is pretty darn good. You can have some that you just don't like, that you don't personally love, but a lot of people had that, and that doesn't even count. That's like a fake. That's like fake. But generally speaking, from top to bottom, this is generally pretty good.
Pretty much love everything Old Forester. Pretty much love everything Brown-Forman, except for a couple exceptions to that rule. Yeah. But overall, they really don't. I mean, there might be a barrel strength that you don't love, or that I don't love, but for the most part,
there's a bunch of birthday bourbons that I don't love, but that's okay.
Like, there's also a bunch of them that are like, oh my gosh,
there are a bunch of them that are hitters too. Yeah. So really good. Well done.
I feel like Old Forester, that was just a given.
Yeah, Old Forester. All right, so number 2 on our list. I'm literally just picking them out of a whole bottle lineup over here. I'm not sure what we're going to actually do.
We don't have an order.
I'm just throwing it out there. Yeah. So, Sagamore. I mean, if you haven't experienced Sagamore yet, you're missing out. Go buy a bottle. Very affordable, which is one of the things that I love about them is their liquid is really good.
They're everywhere.
Their
finished stuff is really good, exception the tequila one. I've not had the tequila finish.
I've not tried the one. So these are all going off things that we've tried. If you've tried something, tell us that it's trash, then we'll...
I've had some of their distillery stuff they've released, which has been great. Their 8-year bottle and bond. Yeah. Was it an 8-year bottle and bond? Or no?
Yeah, 8-year. No, it's 8-year.
It was just an 8-year age statement.
Yes.
It was really great.
Yeah. So just generally speaking, like Sagamore knocks it out of the park. They're affordable, and they're not one of the big boys, which is always cool too. So, to be able to,
and it's not in it. Well, I mean, they do have some Indiana stuff, but I mean, this is their own thing out of Baltimore.
Yes. The next one on our list. Oh my gosh, I forgot. If we pull Buffalo Trace out, he always puts this one with a daggone dumb medallion on it.
Reminds me of my tequila night with the boys.
Yeah, tequila night with the boys. Buffalo Trace. It speaks for itself. I don't know that we have to spend a whole lot of time on this.
Look, Dave asked me, he's like, Buffalo Trace? I said, tell me something bad that they make. And he sat there and he thought about it. And I don't think you could tell me. I think the Charter Oak series is the one I dislike the most. I don't hate it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's true.
So, but pretty much you start going down the line of the Taylors, of the BTAC, even Pappy's, Stag Jr., even like their basic stuff, like,
Eagle Rare.
Yeah, like it's all good.
Yeah.
Like they don't make anything really bad.
No.
Oh, wait, crap. I forgot all about your kosher.
That's still good. And listen, I know I have an army of people behind me that love the kosher. Stay with me, boys. It's really good. So I'm very happy with it. Next is Redwood Empire.
Super awesome. Super great.
Yes, we love everything about them. Mm-hmm. We don't love them all equally, but they're all good in their own right.
Like kids, we have our favorites.
Yeah.
I'm getting in so much trouble, as I said, with my wife.
It happens. My wife doesn't watch, so it doesn't matter. I can say anything. And my wife doesn't watch, so it's all good. But Redwood Empire, man, you all are killing it. We love it. It's just so good. Your story, your bottle, everything about it is just really good. And I'd love to go visit that place one day.
That'd be super cool.
Yeah. And we didn't say this at the beginning, but our hope is one out of these 10 distilleries. We're hoping, like, you could use a brand ambassador.
Yeah, and sure, just like children, we have our favorites, but I would love to be a brand ambassador. Just gonna let y'all know.
You need Redwood Empire. You need some more presence out here in the
because pretty much every single whiskey tube channel loves this bottle. Yeah, exactly this bottle.
Yeah,
but yeah, honestly, any picks they've done, any of their aged, like ultra age stated stuff, the new cask strength stuff that came out this past year, it was good. Like, I mean, they're a really good, solid craft distillery that's doing some awesome stuff.
Yeah, really.
Unlike the previous craft distillery you guys talked about.
Next one, Green River. The two things that they've put out, we like.
Yeah, really good stuff.
Yeah.
Haven't had any of the single barrels yet. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We did. Did we get to try a little bit of
We did try some down at, we got to try a sample of what should be a single barrel.
Yeah.
When we were at Nulu talking to Aaron.
Yes.
Hang out there.
Yeah.
So, from Smoke Wagon.
Yeah. So, it was good too.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
Yeah, so
it was good stuff.
The things that we've actually had bottled and, produced by Green River, we've actually been fans of. Perfect price point. I think they do a really good job. So
they do. And, I guess we could have technically said, because, Bardstown owned it, but just at the same time, I'm still considered this separate. So
yeah, it's hard because like some of these some of them fall under the same umbrella.
Yeah,
so like it's just like the umbrella company, but they still want their own identity. Mm-hmm. So next one, let's go with the A. Smith Bowman Distillery. This is our rep here, the John J. Bowman. Mm-hmm. They have several bourbon entities within that. They have the A. Smith Bowman, actually the cask strength one.
Yep.
They have this John J. Bowman. They have Bowman Brothers. Ooh. And then they have another one. I always forget the name of it. I think it's Abraham something. But it's like a finished one in something, like a port finish.
I think it's a port finished one.
Yeah. So anyway, they're all good in their own right. Like even their small batch, the Bowman Brothers small batch is just a really solid small batch. The single barrels are great,
and it doesn't get the love around here that I think it should.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think they are.
The accessibility around here is few and far between too. So
that is true.
Yeah.
I think it's like sneaky good.
Yep.
It's so sneaky good.
Yep. And I've been there. It's a cool little place.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
All right.
I was really hoping we were going to camp that for the cask strength.
Oh, man, that would have been awesome.
I know.
Next on the list is our dear old Jack Daniels, who, again, is under the greater umbrella of Brown-Forman.
Yeah.
But, again, if you put Jack Daniels in the same breath as, like, Old Forester, they might be mad at you.
Yeah. They're cousins, right?
They are distant cousins. Yeah. So, anyway, again, we brought old number 7 out just because that is the basic. But we like pretty much everything that they put out. Some we love. There's, one that he didn't love, which is the malted, the malted.
Yeah, and even with me not loving that, I think if I recall, I might be wrong when I'm getting ready to say, I don't think I hated it.
No, I don't think you hated it. You just didn't love it.
I love it. It should have been in our top 20.
No, it definitely should have been in our top 20.
Whatever.
And it was in our top 20. You can go back and see that.
There is video evidence.
Yeah, there is video evidence of it.
True.
But in general, like, we love Jack Daniels. We love what they do. And they haven't had a whole lot of misses in there, especially in their recent history. So
totally agree.
Yeah. Next on the list is Four Roses. Four Roses just makes really good stuff. The one miss for us is the small batch select.
Mm-hmm.
And it is what it is. But we love Four Roses. Pretty much everything that they've put out has been pretty decent.
Yes, and for whatever reason, we were talking about this a couple of videos ago, or maybe heck, even last video, depending on how we release it.
Yeah.
I feel like people sleep on it, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like I really like, or it gets skipped over, or whatever else. But you know, between the special releases that they do and the LEs that they do, this is incredible stuff. And you know, there's just so much uniqueness to it, especially between the 10 recipes and some of the aged stocks that they honestly have.
Yeah.
So yeah, just, you know,
it's a good distillery.
It's a great
one to visit.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the good stuff. Like, next on our list is the old Bardstown.
Which batch is this? 9. 9 was a good one.
9 was a good one.
Yeah, so Bardstown, you know, first off, Bardstown has a sneaky lot of bottles they put out.
They do.
Between the finishes and then the Discovery Series being now 10 deep. Still haven't gotten the 10th one, Dave.
Yeah, sometime we might pick that up.
Oh, yeah.
If I find myself in Bardstown one day.
You live 20 minutes away.
I do live 20 minutes away. I've been busy.
Anyways, outside of the Fusion series, pretty much love everything they do.
I don't love all of the finished ones. There's some that have been, like, I wouldn't say bad by any means. Like,
no, I agree.
And so because they're not bad, like, I'm not gonna hate on. But Fusion is generally the miss.
Yeah, and just because it has such a nutty profile, typically, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, and we talked about the not loving the rye, the origin rye, but it's only because of the price.
Yeah, I just think there's better stuff out there for the price. I don't think it's bad.
No, I don't think it's bad. And I think mostly because I was expecting, I was expecting something different than just your standard punch you in the face rye.
Yeah, I agree. But overall, you know, yes, the Discovery Series is expensive, but I think it's a very unique. It blinded extremely well for me.
Yeah. Blinded
really well for you as well.
Yeah.
And they just hold up.
They
and
do.
I just think, you know, like even like the rum finish stuff they've done, beer finish stuff they've done. Overall, it's pretty good stuff.
Yeah, I agree with you. And then number 10 on our list, but definitely not last because honestly, this is probably my favorite distillery.
Michter's jumped up number 1 for you?
I think so.
Well, I mean, clearly we got a lot of love here.
There's no love lost for like Old Forester or Buffalo Trace. Like those, you just know you have so many things coming from them.
Sure.
For what Michter's is, it's not like they're producing this ton of stuff. Well, what they produce is all really good.
And here's the thing, dude. Like, their stuff this year has been so good.
Yeah.
Coming out of date. This stuff.
Yeah. If you haven't gotten this yet.
We get it. It's hard.
Yeah. You need to get it.
The distillery keeps putting them out, and I'm just like, I don't want to buy more, but I'm buying more. Like, I like this stuff is so good. The 2003, you know, M10s are just. I don't know if they're the best stuff I've had all year, but man, they're close.
When I get home tonight, I'm gonna move it to the back of my shelf so that I stop picking it up to drink because it's gonna be gone sooner rather than later.
It's so good.
Because of how good it is. So, but we love Michter's. I think they've done a really good job in general with their entire lineup and.
Well, and just talking like this year, like their barrel strength bourbon is great right now.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be coming out with toasted rye again this year.
That would be great.
So that I imagine will be great.
Yeah.
And pretty much everything else they do, like even their basic stuff, is really good.
Really good.
So
they've done good. Tell us what's on your distillery list that you absolutely love, and tell us maybe where we got wrong, if we got wrong, which I don't think we did. You know, this is pretty rock solid list. So,
his list.
Yeah, is this my?
No, technically
it was our list.
It's our list. Yeah, it's our list.
Well, till the next time,
we'll see you.
We'll see you.